Good morning, Mr. McCaw. What's up, bro? This comp is going to be uber slow. Like, really slow. Oh, man. Look at Pac-Man up there. I think I might have needed 3 pots of coffee for this. Uh, I may not even get a bite, fellas. Swim off. I'm going to struggle as soon as I get a bite to set the hook. I was talking to a couple buddies pre-gaming this in a party, and they had 700 points an hour, half hour in. Man, I'm getting swim off. Not even a bite, huh? Oh, Exposed Cheaters is up there. Look at this guy. He's looking to expose cheaters. Uh-oh. Bam's not having any of it. Good morning, Richard. Good old meaty fellas on the slowest peak possible. At least we didn't get skunked. This your favorite comp, Tony? Alright, at least we didn't get skunked. Yeah, this comp's not the most favorite one. That's for sure. Me and Grizzly did practice this, though. It was a horrible peak. Nice. Hit anytime you can hit 20 in that, for sure. Six trophies, two commons. That's a good score in Big Bowfin for sure. I practiced around 4,700 in this. This same exact peak. Me and Grizzly did it the other day, but don't mean I'll hit that this time. Can't even get a bite now. Comical. Comical and typical at the same time. Jeez, what do I do? One fish per marker now? Yeah. I think I'm going to need a lot of luck, Richard. I was watching earlier. I didn't see anybody spotting, Richard. I tried to see if anybody was going to spot in it. I spotted a little bit in it. It did seem like I got a little quicker of a bite, but there was nothing. Of course, I was using my Wells mix, but it could be they know what the hot marks are. Who knows? Who really knows? But yeah, not one of my favorite comps, but it's what's on, so that's what I'm streaming. Only thing I picked up in the template that I did was Only thing I picked up in the template was 4-0 seemed to work the best for me, man. At least on this peak. And I was trying to get 2 per market, but boy, they're not even giving me that now. I don't even know if they're going to give me a trophy. This will be awesome. But yeah, I was talking to a couple guys that were in a party, Richard, and they were halfway through and only had 500-600 points in it. Yeah, I got some more practice. Yeah, email Fishing Planet. Say, hey, Fishing Planet, I practiced 4,700 in this in the same peak doing the same thing. Where's my score, bro? Road, you need to practice more, man. Against my better judgment, I'm going to throw back out. I should probably just do 2 per marker. Yeah, that's about all you can do. And like I said, at the end of the day, boys, what are you really going for? Lures and gear on a video game. Not that big a deal. Yeah, I did a couple practices for that. I can get anywhere from 5 unique all the way up to 12 unique. This depends. But yeah, I'm not practicing for Q2 or Q3. I kind of wish I wouldn't have practiced the 3 times I practiced for the Q1. I don't want to pull a Robert Jeffers and uh, be discouraged for putting too much time into something. Yeah, it's pointless. Pointless. 2 per marker it is. But yeah, these guys definitely got their routine down. Well, yeah, speaking of fish drops, did you see my fish dropping in that thing yesterday? That was kind of comical. I never really paid that much attention to that, but yeah, I didn't realize the fish just dropped from the sky. Kind of explains a lot lately on here. Well, I've heard people say fish drop before, but I thought they just meant kind of what it spawns in, but I didn't realize they actually drop from the sky for you. I was talking to a buddy that did well in that yesterday. He actually caught 7 unique in it. 7. So he had 7 drop in. I only had 2. Maybe it was my setup. I'm about to get the hell out of this lobby, though. I can tell you that. Yeah, I didn't realize they actually dropped from the sky. Since I got 2 fish in 15 minutes, I'm thinking about just leaving this lobby. Should I leave the lobby, boys? There's a swim off. That's a promising sign. How long do I gotta wait here? I doubt it'll give me 3, but let me try. It's definitely not wanting to give me a trophy. Oh, fuck, I should rotate. Yeah, let's rotate. The odds they drop me 3 fish in one spot's pretty slim on this peak for me, at least. Shows a big one right there, though. This might be for nothing. Look at Pac-Man. Pac-Man's giving them a run. You got 2.5 minutes, bro. Actually, I might only let it go to 36. Nothing. I'm not sitting here. Good news is we got the scores from the bottom next, guys. That one's even more exciting. Uh-oh, Bam's gonna be pissed. CH passed him. Good grief, man. I'd like to say it improves at night, but it doesn't. But yeah, I just practiced this 2 days ago for the same peak. Got 4,700. Yeah, Rodrigo, I trained for this, the same peak, and had 4,700. They've gave me, I think, 3 this time so far. Should I email Fishing Planet and ask them what's up? No, I'm not going to. It's fine. I'll take the bad fishing. As long as they give me some good fishing every once in a while. As long as they dial me up good luck every once in a while. I don't know when that's going to come, but I'm hoping sometime today. Well, I thought that's what they say when you email them, though, Striders. They'll tell you to train more and practice the same peak. I practiced the same peak twice for Ide the other day and had good scores going to the actual thing, and it doesn't reflect anything. So what's the point of practicing is my point, Strider. Is there any point of practicing if you already know how to catch the fish? One thing I picked up on is I was getting a decent bite off a 4.0 or 5.0. Yeah, Strider, I picked up on that in the template, man. That's my point. I started with a 7.0, 8.0 thinking that would be a good size, but eventually I had to regress to a 4.0. I did pick up on that. To me, more and more I play in these, it just seems like whatever the computer's dialed up for you, man. Sad but true. I'm just waiting for it to turn dark. I got 7 day marks and probably 8 night marks now, so we'll see if they'll give me a bite at all. Probably not. I think they dealt me up a nice 70th place. I could probably click 7 and just take it. Rodrigo, yeah. I still like the game, guys, but the more and more I play it in these comps, the more and more I feel like you're RNG. Yeah, I've got a good routine in that. Good luck to you as well. I got a good routine for that, but I practiced it 3 times. I can get anywhere from 5 to 12 unique picker on that, but we'll see what the computer says I can get. You never know. A lot of blockers in that, I've noticed. Oh yeah, or the hook was oversized. At least they're giving me a trophy now, fellas. Finally. Yeah, my hook was oversized. That's what's funny is not to sit and rant, but I'm good with the Tri-Hero and stuff. And I practiced that same peak for that bait fiesta thing. And it's a peak I was familiar with just being a massive farmer back in the day. And that's what was funny is I was using big hooks in that, trying to uh, weed out the piranha. And I was even showing screenshots to my friends when I was killing it with a 9.0 and 10.0. Same peak in a template. And then I go into the actual thing and I'm pretty much just dead legged for 2 hours in that Q2 bait fiesta thing. But if that's not just lucky numbers generated or wherever the computer's told you you're going to place, I don't know what else to say. But that's the discouraging part, I think, in these things is you try to fine tune stuff. Yeah, or they half you. Yeah, well, that's the thing I was just saying. I practiced. Uh, like I said, I don't expect to win a bunch. I mean, there's a lot of good players, but what I do expect is if you practice something, you should have something, some similar results. It shouldn't be such a big point differential. Because how do you know what you need to adjust if it's not somewhat consistent? Some would say I'm making a mistake rotating, but I can tell you in the template, if I tried to stick out 3 in one spot, it just did not work out well. So I'm trying to do 2 per marker, guys. At least on this peak. This is a doo-doo peak. I expected it to be slow, but I'm way off pace where I was in my practice. ZH gets 10,000 in this peak. Isn't that insane? 10,000 in this peak. Holy cow, I just jumped on his hook for him. 10,000. What a joke. Uh, I don't want to say too much, Strider. Get myself in trouble. I I would say it's LNG. It's Lucky's numbers generated. It's not even RNG on this game, in my opinion. At least not competitively. It's Lucky numbers generated. It seems like it's somewhat predetermined before you even go into the thing somehow. I don't know how they base it though. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I can't tell if it's predetermined on how they do it or if it's server based. Yeah. Well, I think it's just from playing other games, Strider. Like I love Battlefield, Fortnite. Believe it or not, I like Fortnite. But what I've noticed on here in regards to random numbers generated, it doesn't seem the same. For me on here, it feels like it's tied into everything: spawn rate or your fish drop, fish size, bite rate, hook rate, whether the fish is going to come up and actually hit the lure or hit the whether it's just going to swim off or actually take your bait or your lure. That's what it feels like on me. Like everything's just tied into one big system instead of just fish sizes. I can only assume. I can only assume, Rodrigo. I can only assume. Uh, And guys, keep in mind, uh, let's don't take things overboard here on the channel with that stuff. Because I like all people, and I genuinely mean that. My rant's more at the game and itself, just in the RNG system, than it is individuals or people or anything like that. I'm never attacking players. I'm more so oriented at. I know the game can't fix everything, but it definitely, in my opinion, they need to adjust something with their lucky numbers generated in these things. I think it would be more enjoyable for the fishing community overall. But I did notice that very thing when hopping around different servers. I did notice those servers seem to be a little hotter, so to speak. I didn't stream it, and I played half of the just for test purposes. I played half of it in a particular server last night on the Bass Challenge, and I got three uniques in the first, I think, 12 minutes, which I hadn't done forever. But looking at the scoreboard now, I'm telling you, I will tell you this: many EU-based players don't play in their own servers on PlayStation. Yeah, I've thought about bouncing out of this server when I first got in here, to be honest with you. I've noticed that more and more. Uh, I don't know why it's so server based. That's what it feels like. It's either server based or it's just predetermined, one of the two. That's what it feels like. Yeah, I don't blame the players either. I'm too far away, not a quick set. I'm gonna have to let it take it. But yeah, I'm not blaming any players. Like in other words, how can a guy help it unless he's manipulating or doing something exploiting that sort of thing would be the only way I would say something to a player. But in the same regard, that even it's up to the developers themselves to actually look at what's going on. And to me, it doesn't feel. I think they monitor the tournaments, but it doesn't feel like to me that they actually monitor. They don't monitor the daily comps. Because with that being said, wouldn't they look at the scoreboard right now and say, how's there a guy that's 3,000 pounds ahead or 3,000 points ahead of everybody else? And how is this done consistently over and over and over? As a developer, I'd be looking at the scoreboard right now, monitoring some of these scores if it were me. If you were looking for things to be feel equal, that's my problem is when people, and I haven't even emailed Fishing Planet, but when other people do, and the responses they come in and tell me here on the chat to practice more and that sort of thing. But when you see this, but yeah, there should be some way that they could overhaul it though, bro. I mean, they should be able to look at it and try to pick up on some trend what's going on. I should probably rotate, but this spot seems hot. Maybe I can actually get a trophy over here. At this point, if I can just get 2,500, I'll be happy, which is a little less than half of what I practiced. But yeah, I found it shocking last night when I played in a different server. That was the first time I got my bonus or whatever, your third unique. Well, that or reshuffle some of the stuff because, you know, the player at the top there has been accused of a lot of things. Um, but I don't know how they're going to change everything. Yeah, true. We keep coming back for more, though, Strider, right? I'm guilty of the same thing, man. It's an enjoyable game, and that's why I keep ranting. I just would like to see if they could just slowly make improvements in these things, it'd be a lot more fun. Alright, I'll try for one more. If I don't get a trophy, I'm out of here. Oh, I messed that one up. Should I take it? Well, and that's my thing too, is if you practice a certain amount, I know, let's just say on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, you practice at around a 7, and then you come in and you get a 2 out of a 10, or a 3 out of a 10, like I feel like what I'm doing now, it's discouraging, so well, what is it that you're actually practicing for if you're solely dependent upon um, what your lucky number generated was? Because I tried picking up on trends and stuff the other day, or I even practiced the upcoming bloody threat thing again, and there's no really rhyme or reason why I'm getting a uni from this spot this time, a uni from that spot. I've even sit there with my stopwatch on my phone, and I can't figure out any real predictable pattern. Well, this spot is hot though. The hell won't leave yet. Look at me. I got caught over here. Hello, Tracy. How you doing? Well, I've even noticed, I don't know if you've ever noticed this in a template too, Strider. You practice it with a buddy. I was practicing with Grizzly, periodically, bunch of stuff here lately, off stream, my buddy Grizzly. And what's funny, even like in the Bloody Threat the other day, we practiced the upcoming one, and I think I doubled his score. We're doing the same thing, same depth, same hook size, same baits, pretty much the same rotation, and night and day difference, even in a custom template on the same peak. Yep, same exact scenario for all of us, for me and him both, and it was night and day different. But you factor that in, how bad that can be, multiplied out by, let's say, 100 people or 112 or however many signed up for this, how bad your luck could actually be. Now, you put that into a tournament's perspective, if there's 600 or 700 people signed up, man, you can go from one extreme to the next for sure. I should have quick set that one. Got him that time. And for whatever reason, what is this, like a 10x multiplier on this one? This feels like a 1x1 spot over here. It's hard to leave when I just keep getting a bite. I know they're not giant. Well, spawn a trophy though. And I know the hook size seems small, boys, but I've caught unique combo off this, and I noticed, like I said in that template, I was trying 7.0s, 8.0s, which would be a nice medium, but I could barely even get a bite on 7.0, 8.0. But I caught plenty of trophies in my template. Unfortunately, in this one, I am not. One, two, three, four. Is it finally a trophy? There's a trophy, finally. Well, probably should leave, but I got a lot more spots I could go hit. But this one just feels like it's active as hell. Oh man, big part of me wants to rotate. I'll take a baby unique. Give me a baby unique. This one unique. Not asking for the combo. Give me a sharp tooth. Let's get out of here. I want to try a brand new spot that I found the other day. Just to see if it actually works in the actual comp. Probably not. But maybe. Don't have nothing to lose, boys. On a positive note, at least they're not just using the Troy in this anymore. Hell, ZH would probably hit 27,000. Leaving the casual player off the street with nothing but a grimace on his face. Fishing Planet's got to kind of consider the casual players, not just all the competitive players. Because I would assume the casual players is the ones probably spending quite a bit of money on premiums to level up, DLCs to level up. Probably wouldn't hurt to look at your casual players, Fishing Planet. Another minute. I got a spot right over there that I know works. I was hoping this spot would work. I think it's going to though. Give me one trophy at the end. Like I said, I had 3,000. Wouldn't hurt my feelings at all. Yeah, like I said, Tracy, for the most part, I still enjoy the comps, and I'm not wanting to detour anybody for that is getting into them and likes them. Obviously, I wouldn't have put so much up on my channel and wouldn't stream it so often if I didn't enjoy them myself. It's just the disturbing part for me. I think I look for equality in things, and maybe I'm being overcritical, but to me, I just feel like the lucky numbers generated system could be improved upon. It feels like there's exploiting and that sort of thing going on. I just can't figure exactly out what it is. But when it all boils down to it, it's just lures and gear on a video game, guys. That's all it boils down to. And I've won a lot of stuff, so I'm happy about that. But I can tell you a lot of the stuff I've won, I feel like I could just throw a common bait on or a common lure on and do about the same. And on that note, I've noticed the last two times I played in the Nile Emperor and the one long one short, I got a bigger perch off of just a normal shad than I did the Club Series or the X Series shad, which I thought was kind of comical. Oh, I should have rotated. I think they're gonna give me 3. Come on, one more. Well, considering the peak, I was about what 1,500 points shy of what I practiced, so I think if I would have hit 4,000, I'd have been more happy. In other words, you got to look at it this way. I spent an hour of my time practicing the same exact peak, and got 4,700. So that's an hour of my time that I spent, and I was only 1,400 points off. So not horrible. At least it wasn't like 1,700. But I've had that very thing happen to me, and those things can be frustrating if you put the time in and you don't get somewhat similar results. But this one wasn't horrible. Now, if I'd only, like I said, put up 1,500 or 1,700 points in something I practiced, I probably would have been definitely raising my eyebrows. And if that holds top 20, got to look at it that way too. Because I want to say, make sure I don't freeze here. I want to say there was 112 people registered for this one or something like that. Let's see how many people registered. Yeah, 112. I was right on the dot. So 112 people registered. If I somehow hold top 20 there, I'll take it. It looks like I should. So out of 112 people, if I take 14th, that's not bad. That's not bad. How many registered for this one? I've won this one a couple times. It did well, but again, it's just that weird part of the computer's algorithm here. Will I get a bite or not? Is this the cloudy peak too? Oof. Yeah, this could be potentially horrible. How many people? 100 in this one. 129. Whew. That means there's going to be a lot of bad luck dealt out in this one, fellas. Good grief. When do I register for this thing, too? Friendly reminder, anybody that's looking to participate in the upcoming Winter Pike Tour, the registration does open here approximately 2 hours. Approximately 2 hours. That should be somewhat fun. Alright, let's dump this. Let's see what else is extravaganza after this, I think. I would agree, Tracy, that on a positive note, I know sometimes I sound pessimistic. On a positive note, at least, like I said before, guys, at least they've gave people a chance. If you're looking for the, I was hoping they wasn't going to make this stuff this expensive, but man, at least, you know, you got, okay, we did take 14th. We did take 14th there. Looks like GTF did come in, other than Pac-Man had a good run. I'm not sure who this guy is. I've noticed this guy here lately. He's looking to expose cheaters, huh? This guy's looking to expose cheaters. GG's, boys, GG's. But on a positive note, at least they've added some of these lures. Yep, I'll take it. But at least they've added all this stuff, guys. So at least you feel like you can at least come in and either obtain it. But ooh, hold on here. That's reasonable. Damn, I didn't even see that. I'm taking that. That's mine. I will be purchasing that, fellas. Now I don't have to worry about playing and breaking shad or any of that. That's exciting. That's exciting for me. I have this lure right here has eluded me since I started playing in competition. So thank you, Fishing Planet, for that. On a positive note, I am purchasing that. Don't know how much it'll help me. Yeah, no more breaking shad. I don't have to worry about breaking shad anymore, fellas. We got the what else is? Ooh, in the Club Series Walker. Don't need it because I got the X Series Walker. But for those that's lost the X Series, yeah, thankfully they didn't. This one's not cheap though. Don't misclick on this one, fellas. But I got a couple people on my friends list that have been looking to replace their X Series 4.0 Walker. So there you go, fellas. Now I don't know for 100% sure. And you barely use your X Series crayfish? That's funny, Jay. I'm gonna try it on a couple of the bass things. I know Jordan absolutely loves it. Stringed Weber there loves it, but Yeah, there's the walker if somebody needs it. The triple runner, I actually have the X Series triple runner 4.0, but I'm looking for the, do they have the big one? There's the mini crank. Boy, these things getting expensive. Expensive. Holy cow, man. Okay, out of the new stuff they've added, that's the only thing I'm getting, fellas. Yeah, that's the. But I wish they are they ever gonna add that spinner towel? I need that spinner towel, guys. At some point. I guess I don't need it, but I want it. The clubs. Oh, I will say I've noticed more and more. I didn't like the X Series buzzbait, Peter, and that's my assumption is I don't know anybody following along could tell me or not. I guess we'll have to sit and test it. See, and you like the glow crawl? That's what I've been using instead of the X Series crayfish. But Jordan, I know, could be placebo too, guys. Could be placebo, Jay. You know what I mean? Jordan's just got confidence in it. That could be a thing. But just on a side note, I would like to think it's just comparable to. I don't think that they would put an extra buff on a club series over an X series lure. Do you guys think so or no? You think it would be the same buff as an X series or comparable to? That, and in my head, I at least would think it would be that way, but who knows? I think you would have to test it 1,000 times of each, which I don't know who has that kind of time. It's definitely not me. All right, we got extra hooks. Let's go in here and see how bad this thing's gonna be. Woof. I do like this comp, guys, but it's with 129 people registered, it's gonna depend upon, I guess, what's programmed for you. You broke 100 pounds of cheesy cat. That's definitely a win. Do you like it in the best five? Yeah, see, and I've been using the glow crawl because I don't have that, Rodrigo. Yeah. I did a little bit of testing, but as you guys said, I did put that generic little video up on mine when the stuff first came out. From there, I told you guys, budget for what you need. Uh, get what you want that makes sense that you have voids, and that's exactly what I'm doing because some of that stuff is getting so expensive. I was hoping that it wasn't going to get that expensive, but yeah, that's definitely a better job for Super Dave to go out and test all that stuff. In other words, I will not be testing every little thing. If there's something that I notice from playing in comps or something that feels like it's just doing extremely well in something, I might put up a clip on it. But yeah, I'm not going to go and cast something 300 times and compare it to something else and cast it 300 times. No, no, sir. All right, let's see how bad this is going to be. I do got 3,000 duck muscle, guys. It's mainly for the flounder and for the extravaganza. That's why I've gone excessive with my duck muscle. All right, give us some super RNG. We want quick bites and we want unis. Not going to happen. Guys, I could get as little as 75 in this, as high as 300. That's where my point differential is in this one, I found. I can get 300 or 75. I better watch it. Maybe worse. And no, guys, I didn't sit in the template this week practicing scores from the bottom. Bear with me. I'm just going and hoping I get a bite. I have thought about, if I don't get a bite, going to a different server. Should I? If I get a really slow bite, should I just stick it out? I usually do. If you guys have followed along the channel, I usually just take whatever they're going to give me. But as of lately, if it feels like it's something I know how to do and I'm not getting a bite, I have been tempted to just start switching servers. Am I in here all alone? I'm in here all alone. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Tracy says, do what you gotta do. No, if you guys want to see the tail end of, if you guys want to see, sometimes if you're extremely bored, I mean, if you're extremely bored, it's actually pretty entertaining to be on a more positive note. If you look around on my Fishing Planet playlist, look at Fishing Planet podiums down there towards the bottom. Uh, I'd labeled it Epic Flounder Run, and it was the weirdest super RNG run that I've ever had, I think, on Fishing Planet. I literally cast out uniques, trophy, go to the next spot, unique, trophy, go to the next spot, unique, trophy. My bait barely set in the water. I think even Rodrigo was watching that day. At one point, Rodrigo was telling me to try peas. In other words, it felt like no matter what I did, I was going to get, I was destined to win that thing. In other words. How you doing, Kumar? All right, we got our first flounder coming in here, guys. It looks like a nice common here. We're going to get, looks like 12 points on the board. There we go. Signed, sealed, and delivered. We have an active lake somewhat. We'll take it. Ooh, looks like John's getting a good start. It's already got a unique. Boggs up there. Edda. Yeah. Even though, like I said, I seem like I'm kind of harsh with my criticisms here, Kumar. You'll notice more and more. I think the most important part I can tell you is, uh, you know, again, practice your rotations. Um, Learn your rotations. Understand respawn times. All your parameters, and eventually you'll start gaining experience, Kumar, and then before you know it, when the computer cooperates, like I said, nobody can help you with luck in regards to kind of how things are programmed out, in my opinion. But I think if you put yourself in a situation where you know what you're doing, at least you got that much. So it's good to hear that you're up there, buddy. Good to hear, man. You're making progress then. Should I drag this just a little? Oh, Kumar. I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it. I do try to help you guys the best I can, but ultimately, I'm just throwing stuff up there, trying to help you guys the best I can. I appreciate the positive feedback, man. But ultimately, you're the one doing the fishing, so you get 90% of the credit, man. But I appreciate the positive feedback. But yeah, this is actually a comp that I do enjoy, but it's a tell of two takes for me. Sometimes you just don't get a bite. Rodrigo, Rodrigo just needs to. Yeah, I'm like that too, Rodrigo. I can already tell you this round's like, what do I do? I got one common here, so in my head I'm thinking, you cast back, you hope for a trophy or two, and then you kind of stick it out and see if you're gonna get the unique or not. However, since the spot was active, I cast it right back out. As you can see, I'm not getting a bite, so one thinks Oh, man, am I doing something wrong? Do I rotate? It's the same setup I've used. In other words, Rodrigo, in this one, I noticed I took second not too long ago in it, and I just had a steady bite. But as you can see here, I'm not getting a steady bite. But yeah, you can tell fairly quick kind of how your round's going to go. The more and more you play them, Rodrigo, you know what I'm talking about. You can kind of tell that first 4, 5, 6 minutes into a comp how things are going to go for the most part. Oh, man. It's just going to be slow. I'm considering rotating. Should I rotate? Is it even going to matter? Again, the odd part. I caught a common, so there should be more fish behind it, but I'm not getting a bite. Am I still? Got one other guy in here with me. And I got a silver trophy. Hold on, boys. Club Warriors is moving up here. Does that mean that new thing started? Or does that start tomorrow? Oh, we won the Club Series in Arrow Spoon, boys. Third place rewards. Did we move up to the professional league? Is that how that works? Hold on a second, guys. I gotta look at this. Is it still under review? Still under review. Was that Tuesday morning they released that? Uh, Thanks, Wes. Appreciate it, buddy. Looks like I'm gonna have a slow run though. But I'm gonna try to fish through it. Alright, spot 2. Spot 1 gave us a common and it went dead. Can't sit there on dead fishing. So I will try to do the appropriate thing and rotate. Now if I rotate from spot to spot and it's dead, there's just nothing a guy can do. I could try crayfish cut, but I don't think it's gonna matter. I'm just hoping I have fun in the extravaganza thing later. That's one of my favorite comps. Oh, you know what? Yes, I did. Well, I kind of I felt good for Green Bay, man, but I kind of felt bad for as bad as it sounds. I kind of felt horrible for the Cowboy fans. Holy cow, man. Did they get stomped on? And on a positive note, I was really extremely happy for the Lions fans, the Lions organization. After 32 long years of not winning a playoff game, That was a good thing to see. If there's anybody that ever roots for underdogs, I was definitely rooting for those Lions. What? Come on, man. What was that? I know I didn't have my line clip, but I set the hook perfectly. This game anymore. Oh my God, good. Good at this point. Getting frustrated. What was what was the deal on the hook set there? Man. Oh my God, I give up. As a Washington fan, you enjoyed the Cowboys game? Yeah, I bet. Oh man. Good stuff, Jay. Well, there's rumors that what were they saying? Belichick might end up going to the Cowboys. I don't see how that would work out. Do you think Jerry Jones and Bill Belichick could get along? And more importantly, I think this is a pretty good debate amongst football fans. Belichick, we know, is a great coach, but, no, me either, Jay. But would Belichick? This is a big debate, and not to kiss Tom Brady's butt, but I do have a bit of a man crush, not in a weird way, fellas. But Tom Brady definitely is a 1 in a million player. Would Belichick had the success that he had without Tom Brady? Because he was not able to rebound after Tom Brady left. I did not see any rebounding. I did not see anything magical out of Belichick when Brady left. And he had several years to prove himself. However, Tom Brady was able to go to the Buccaneers and win a Super Bowl with them. So there's that little nugget. Yeah, there's that little nugget. I think we've kind of squashed that debate, in my mind at least. I think it was the Brady show, boys and girls. It was the Brady bunch. So unless Tom Brady comes out of retirement and it's a package deal, yeah. So unless it's a package deal and somehow Belichick and Brady comes out of retirement and goes to the Cowboys, which I don't see that happening. I don't think that would be a good fit for the Cowboys organization. And holy cow, man, I'm about to leave this lobby. This is pathetic. I did either clutch out or should we try it? Does anybody know how far 317 feet is in meters? Because I'm about to bail out. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is not even fun. North says 1 second. 96. Is it 96 meters? Jay, are you already over there, bro? I'm about to go to a different server. Should I do it? Just see if my luck changes? Because this is pathetic. Come on, Fishing Planet. Let's just see if it happens. I hate doing it, but guys, I know how to do this comp. We're in the peak. We should be getting bites. We're not getting bites. It gives me one common. I mean, what the hell, Fishing Planet? 45 minutes of one's time to sit here and catch a fit. I don't even know if it'll work. Maybe they've already earmarked me for failure. Maybe they've already earmarked me for failure. We'll try a couple different servers at this point. I had a guy stop by yesterday and he said he tested more servers in one day than he ever had. And he was doing better just hopping around servers. Is it a thing? Well, yeah, that feels like... and sometimes I think you could say the same thing, Richard. I don't know if you've tried resetting recently. Sometimes it does seem to help you. Not 100% foolproof, but then sometimes there's the other thing. In other words, in my head too, are you just earmarked for failure? You might just be earmarked for failure. From a standpoint, like I said, I'm not looking to gain a competitive edge or some weird manipulation, but I just want to bite, man. I just want to bite and a chance to score. That's all I ask for, Fishing Planet. Can you give me a bite? I mean, I got all the marks in the world on the game. I understand the strategy of catching flounder. Not asking for 25 flounder and 7 unique. I just would like to catch a few, you know? Good grief. Alright, they're saying 96 meters, huh? Oh, I don't know if I got there. I'm short. I'm short. Story of my life. Come on. Oh, I'm short by 12 feet. I should have just let it rip. Well, you seen it the other day. I did it in the and you know, and I didn't place or do anything special, but I did it in the salmon galore thing. I was just trying to catch a small. I just need a small. I'm not looking for a 78-pound Chinook. I just needed my pink salmon to bite to start the match out. We're getting desperate. Well, that's a point I was talking to a guy pre-stream, and I said the same thing. Is some of the guys I see in the English servers, I'm thinking, why are they in an English server? So, two things. Number one, I've said this before, and I'll keep saying it until I see it that it's improved. Is you can't ditch people too much for resetting when they feel like they're not getting a bite. But in the same breath, why are they not getting a bite? If it's not predetermined luck, and that's not how the RNG system works, then what is it? So in other words, the game should function properly and everybody should get an equal bite rate, and then things be determined by the little moves that you make, whether it's hook size, that sort of thing. But to be stagnant, where your water just feels dead, is entirely different. So I don't know if they'll ever address it. But yeah, I've noticed that more and more that they're on different servers. So maybe we'll try a couple different servers and see if it makes any difference at all. And then the only other thing, I mean, what else could it be? Well, and that's the whole thing in itself is we know Fishing Planet bugs out in free mode even, right? Because you got if your rod's unequipped, that sort of thing, your markers are disappearing, your boat won't go anywhere. We got all those other bugs in the game, but do we know if there's bugs in these comps where it's just a dead lake bug? Is it a bug? Is it predetermined? That's the thing. It seems like the devs are so secretive about it all. I think it would be more important if they just said, hey, you know what? We're going to look at our competitive servers. Something's off. I think that would be well received. Hello, Manuel. Okay, doesn't seem to be helping me on this one. Oh, let me try something. Hold on. I got an idea if I don't get a bite here in a second. Let me try something. Oh, hold on. That was weird. What was that? Hold on. Was that at 70 meters? Hold on, we have life. Was that just random luck? Well, that's a small one now. Yeah, let's try it. Let's see if it makes a difference. I know. I was trolling for him. I used to do that, but we'll see, fellas. 70's 230 north is saying, so let's see if that's a thing. Let's see if all of a sudden they start jumping on the hook. Last post about this reset BS. Yeah, I get it. Last post about this. Yeah, man. I get it, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I think that's what a lot of people are frustrated about is, like, what do you do? I understand, like I said, I've said it 1,000 times and I'll keep saying it. It's not, to me, it's not about winning or losing. It's about the enjoyment of the comps themselves. Some comps can be slow, and I know this one can be slow, but it shouldn't be this bad. I think I just got lucky and drug that in there, guys. I think I just got lucky. Yeah, that's why I keep stressing. I wish the devs would look at it. They have to factor in one's enjoyment level, and if it's something that you know how to do, you shouldn't expect to win all the time. And I keep saying that. It's just when you don't. Yeah, I seen it. I seen it. I seen we made it to pro. The stupid thing is you can manipulate. Yeah, and that's my fear, Manuel. What if players have figured out when to do that and why? That's my fear. What if they've figured out? We'll try a different one. What if they figured out when to do it and why? That's my fear, Manuel. Not that it's 100% foolproof, but what if they had some certain players have figured out what lobby to get into and when? That would be disturbing because then they're always getting a better programmed luck, which is not a good thing. It's possible, Manuel. It is. It's very possible. And like I said, I'm just a streamer and a content creator, a guy that's looking to have fun and try to help people and entertain people. But even, it's not very, if I just factor in my own personal thing, it's not very fun for me whether I'm on stream or off stream when I don't get a bite. It's just not fun. You've tried changing 3 times. Well, yeah, and that's why I've been trying to figure this out myself. Essex, is it? I don't know what it is. Do you get earmarked where you just don't get bites and that's just what the computer's dealt you? Or is it, okay, these guys are, whatever lobby I'm in here, these guys are catching fish. Let's see if it changes. Yep. Oh, yeah. I agree. I agree on that, Manuel. If nobody caught what Manuel's saying there, they've got to the point to where, it's the same thing on the tarpon, Manuel. Saltwater giants, if the unique glitches out and it misses, they reset, come right back in. Yep. Well, it's the same for every console, I'd assume. But yeah, same thing, Manual. They'll do it on the Tarpon. Yep. Manual, they do it on the Tarpon too in Saltwater Giants. The unique Tarpon misses, they simply reset, come back in the lobby cast, and it's there. They don't have to wait for it to respawn or come back. And again, I think if they worked on some of that stuff to where, um, you know, if the fish didn't, because that one's one beef I have with Saltwater Giants. He reset it 100 times last final boat series. But yeah, that's a whole nother conversation in itself, those fish glitching out too. So I can kind of see why they do it, because it's annoying. I've played in that one before, and it's very annoying when your fish just sit and glitch out. Okay, as you can see there now, I got a bite at least off my mark. Yeah, I agree. And that, well, see, like I said, it's two problems in one, Manual. Number one, you would, at least for me, I would expect your game to function properly and you get a bite, as long as you know what you're doing. In other words, if they were to imagine if they were to eliminate resetting all the way, which is kind of the way I think it should be. I don't know why you should be able to reset for those things. If you miss a stillhead, you know, that sort of things. But if you're just not getting bites, it's a tough call, because I don't like being dead laked. I'm to the point I kind of almost refuse to be dead laked anymore. Yeah, well, there is problems, and that's what I'm trying to address. Like I said, I'm not looking. If you guys seen my win ratio, I've got 1,300 comps in, and I only got, I think, 60 pedestals. So it's not like I got 900 wins and 1,300 comps like some of the guys do on here. So I'm just looking to have fun and looking for, like I said, for everybody to feel like they have an equal opportunity, because it doesn't seem to be with all the weird broken bite rates, the chronic resetting. But in the same breath, you can see why people reset over and over if you're not getting a bite. So it's a tough thing for it to, in other words, they go hand in hand. If it feels like your server's broke, you can't blame them for resetting and getting out of it, just like I've just done. Just trying to get a bite. I'm not looking to, catch 10 unis in this thing. I just want a bite. Like yesterday, I'll bring this up for example. I like the Emerald Predator hunt. I played in the Emerald Predator hunt yesterday. Had a good time. I think I only finished top 20 or whatever. I had a good time. Put up 355 points. I had 30, believe it or not. I had 30 pickerel on that, and then I just got beat by, because I had a bunch of commons. But I had fun and I got a bite. There's a difference between just not getting a bite and then catching fish and then just get beat by size. In other words, if I'd had a lot more trophy, I only had 4 trophy in that thing, but I caught 30 pickerel, which was fun. I had fun with it. In other words, I don't mind when I don't get a bunch of trophies and somebody else does, but when I don't get bites, that's annoying. Like even in this one, it's the same kind of a thing. I've had runs in this where you catch 9 or 10 common and only a couple trophy. I'm even fine with that. But to only catch 3 or 4 fish in 45 minutes is unexcusable. That makes no sense. I'm trying to figure out now. Do I got 4 common? I don't know if I had a trophy yet. Got 2 more minutes here. $96 right on the button. Let's see if we got 13 minutes. Let's see if I can at least get to. Whoa, that was a quick play. Still not a trophy, but at least we're catching something. Ah, boys, I wasn't joking when I said I could get 75 or 300. Another common? That's another common, I think. Small trophy or big common? I know, a trophy. Nice. But anybody that's following along with this, you do notice that I am in, looks like the guy that's leading this right now, looks like I am in his lobby. But we are getting a bite. He's got one, two, oh no, that's two different people. Two different people have uniques in this lobby. Or it's just a lucky server. I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore, boys. I really don't. Don't know. I know how up and down this one can be in general. Try to get one more. I'm hesitant to even rotate. But I do wonder if I would have started in this server if I wouldn't hit the 150 to 200 point range. One of those you'll never know. Also, if you look there, team 3, 4, and 5, places 3, 4, and 5, the odds are they're all in the same lobby. I should probably rotate. Try to get one more fish here at the end. If I can somehow get a trophy, at least I had 100 points. Good grief, man. Hola. How you doing, Enrico? Oh, I can somehow catch another one behind this. I'll actually hit triple digits, fella, somehow. Good to hear, buddy. Not too bad, buddy. Not too bad. I've had to bounce around servers here and this just to try to find a bite. Not too bad, Scully. Playing in the old dreaded flounder thing. My first lobby was dead. Went to my second one. It wasn't much better. On my third one, and now I'm actually getting a decent bite in this thing. Oh. Okay, that's definitely a trophy. Definitely a trophy, fellas. Only if I could have started in this server. As sad as this sounds, anybody watching this that's coming in behind me, maybe going to the... It looks like this might be a Polish server. And instead of throwing right back there, let's just go up here and see. Oddly enough, this definitely was a server to be in, if that makes any sense. Maybe it is a thing, boys. Maybe it is good room, bad room, that sort of thing. As we can see there, the guy at the top has pulled in, I want to say his third or fourth unique here in this lobby. Yeah, thankfully, north I'm home safe and sound. We only got an inch of snow, but boy, it is brutally cold even where I'm at north. Not cold as you are up there, but man, it's like 3 degrees here, bro. Alright, boys, we need a bite in a hurry. If not, that's all we get. At least we hit triple digits. Hold on, let me look at something. Okay, Sailor, and we know the guy there at first is up there. We'll see what... I'm going to look at the scoreboard here in a second and see if this guy... What is that guy's name? Sagler. I want to look at the scoreboard when this is over. We'll take it. Now, I can tell you, almost 99% sure if I would have stayed in that first lobby, I don't even know if I'd have hit 60. Don't even know if I'd have hit 60. And good run, Bog, by the way. GG's. GG's. All right, let me look at something here real quick. We did get 8 flounder. Only 2 trophy, though. 2 trophy. But, yeah, I'm wondering if I would have hit 4 flounder if I would have stayed in that first lobby. Golly. I wish that wasn't a thing. I don't know why that has to be a thing, but the more and more I play in these things, the more it's starting to feel that way here. Okay, yeah, the other guy that was in that lobby, he had 172. So the guy's lobby I ended up in was the guy that was leading. The only other guy in the lobby had 172 in that. Yeah, anyway, Richard, I ended up sticking in the lobby. I changed a couple lobbies there. As you could tell, I was dead. Went to one lobby, didn't seem any better. Ended up in this guy's lobby. I'm not sure what language it is. It might be Polish. But the only other guy that was in my lobby, Richard, looked like he was getting a steady bite. And he had 172. But yeah, I don't even think I'd have hit triple digits if I wouldn't ended up in that lobby. Interesting. Alright. Let's go back to English. I would prefer to play in my I would definitely prefer to play in my native language. Yeah. That was my next thought, Richard. Hear me out on this one, boys. Anybody following along? Don't know if it's a thing, and I hate to put thoughts in your mind, but I can't help but think this very thing. Okay, boys, hear me out on this one. We're just talking this out. Friendly fisherman to friendly fisherman. What if, I'm not saying it's 100% foolproof, but a thought that I just had there as I sat there. What if some people, I wonder if it's a thing. Hear me out before I even say it. Don't yell at me, boys. Don't yell at me. But let's say some people wait. What if you were to wait? What if you were to wait and see? Like, let's say you're just sitting here. You wait and see who's catching what. Let's say you're doing giant piranhas, for example. Let's say you're doing giant piranhas, and you wait and see who's scoring, and you can kind of figure out what server they're in, and then you go join that server, just to make sure that you're getting a bite. Just on that regard, if you guys are following along with my thought process on that. In other words, what if a guy waits? You think it's a thing, Richard? If you don't mind, Richard, test it out and see. Not saying it's 100% foolproof, but it's just thought that just crossed my mind there as I was adventuring out from server to server just to kind of test things out and see. But do you wait and see? You know, Do you wait and see what's being caught? Yeah. Try it out and see. It's just the thought I just had there as I was sitting there thinking, wow. But again, you can't help but scratch your head. Is that not disturbing to you though? If that is, I'm not saying it is. Just like I said, hear me out on it. But wouldn't you want to, as a player as players, I should say, that you're trying to get better. All of us are trying to improve. We're trying to learn off one another. We're sharing knowledge uh, with your club mates or your friends or even on this channel. Wouldn't you like to think that it should be based more on your knowledge, your experience, even your skill? Let's say lure skill, for example. You see what I'm saying, Manuel? You follow along with what I'm saying. It's in a testing phase. Right on, Richard. But what I'm saying is, as a negative, and not being mean towards Fishing Planet, but let's hope that's not the case. If you're following along with what I'm saying, factor in lure skill, your knowledge of respawn times, your overall experience in the game, knowing your rotations, knowing your hook parameters, everything I've previously discussed. That would be unfortunate. It would be very unfortunate to feel like how you're going to place in something is going to be dependent upon the server you get in. I hope that's not the case. I really hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the case. I'll keep saying it. Right? We don't want that. We don't want it to feel like if you get in a dead server, you're toast. You have no chance with no matter how hard you practice, no matter what you know. I hope that's not the case, man. I really do. How many servers do you think they have? Hold on a second, North. I have to pull my chat up, bro. I couldn't see Yeah, that's equal bite rate. That's why I keep saying equal. I just want an equal bite rate, man. That's all I want. How many servers do you think they are? I don't know, North. Uh, let's do the quick math on it, North. You're quick at math for me. I'll try to do the best I can. Well, but more importantly, Richard and North, how many people were in this? Hold on here. Was it 100? Well, let's do the quick math. 100 is what? 5 times 25 servers. 20 is 26 servers 130. Let's think about it simplistically. Now, there's going to be people that end up in their own lobbies, but if you do the quick math on it, I don't know how they pair you in servers either. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is, let's just keep it simple. If there's 100 people that registered for this comp, but there's 130, but let's just say there's 100, and there's 5 per server. How many is that? 20 lobbies, right? Am I doing the math on that? The quick math, right? If there's only 5 people per server, then that would be 20 servers. I think it all depends. But yeah, I don't know how many is possible. But if you're following along with what I'm saying, that's assuming they try to fill up every server. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do, but I think that's something that you could test and to see. Like I said, I'm not looking for some unfair advantage, but I guess if you were to look, I wish you could see all the way down. It's 5 per lobby, isn't it? Is it 5 or 6 per lobby? I thought it was 5, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. Comp servers are free, phishing servers are different. It's 10 on Steam, so you can put 10 in each room on Steam. Okay, so if there's 100 people signed up on Steam, there's at least 10 servers then. I don't know how they do it. A full lobby does not necessarily mean a full server. Okay. I don't know. It's just food for thought, but you guys have probably experienced this. KP Shimino said 6 in a video because I thought it was 5. Okay, see, and I thought it was 5 too. we're going we're going off on all kinds of directions here. North is saying, "Where are you getting 10 from?" Well, and guys, the reason I'm having that conversation is, uh, now I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm just saying, what if it's something like that? Uh, in other words, I hear this a lot from subs. I hear people, there's people that message me constantly asking how people get the same luck over and over and over. Please help, that sort of thing. Um, and my mailbox is loaded with those questions, and it's not something that I can answer myself. But just hearing this out loud, theoretically speaking, what if players have figured out that very thing to where they just know what lobby to get into and why? I'm not saying it's a thing, but I mean, it's just, if you're just talking things out in a logical manner, that could explain it. It could explain some of the consistencies on comps that are um, somewhat inconsistent. I don't know. I don't know, fellas. Let's see what I got here, fellas. All right, I got these 3 coming up, guys. I think I'm going to take this quick hour, and I'll come back into this at some point, hour and a half. Let me go ahead and cook myself a lunch real quick, and then I'll put these up next. And a friendly reminder, anybody watching, do not forget to register for this tournament upcoming here at about that same hour frame. So I'll have to remind myself to register. I will be streaming at least the Q1 tomorrow at some point. I had a couple good practices for it, but no guarantees. I do understand, and I got a good rotation for it, but it's definitely going to be a hit or miss kind of a qualifier. But yeah, let me cook myself a lunch real quick, and I'll be back here. But I think my stomach's getting ready to start growling, fellas. But I appreciate you guys philosophizing with me. But any of you guys that are kind of looking to dissect kind of what the issues are on your dead bite rates here, I would definitely maybe try that out, Richard, and just see if it's a thing. See if number one, if you're getting a dead bite rate, yeah. Number one, if you're getting a dead bite rate, obviously I think it's justifiable to get out of a lobby. But see if there's any validity to that. I don't know. I'll try testing it myself. I don't know if it's a thing, but if you're following along with what I'm saying, if it is indeed a thing, that might explain some of the weird consistencies that we're seeing in regards to players getting the same scores over and over and over. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's not. I don't know. Just theoretical. Don't know, guys. Don't know. But I'll see you guys in a little bit. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and see you guys here in about an hour.